Well, fintech has always been a fast-moving industry, with companies being some of the quickest to adopt and leverage changes in technology and innovation.
But how do you marry that acceleration with a commitment to make the future of finance an accessible and inclusive space for all?
Well, to explore this challenge, we are joined right now by Douglas Feagin, president of Ant International. Doug, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me. Glad to be here.
Great to have you here. We hope you've had a busy but fruitful few days here in Beijing. But let's start off with, tell us more about Ant International, what you guys are doing over there.
Sure. Well, Ant International is a company focused on digital payment, digital finance, powering the future of digital commerce through those tools. We do that through various different business lines, including Alipay Plus, our cross-border payment solution, Antom, our merchant solution, World First, our solution for small businesses, and then a suite of kind of payment tech and other financing solutions that companies can use to implement their digitalization journey. And we're excited about the future of digitalization. We think it's going to continue to drive commerce, make it more inclusive, make it faster growing, and more effective for all.
Well, we are getting very familiar with Alipay being here in Beijing. It is the payment of note. But what role does Ant International have to play in global commerce?
Well, we have, I think, quite a large role through the different businesses that we have. And I thought maybe I'd just mention a few of those because it'll give you a sense of the breadth of our footprint and what we're doing. So Alipay Plus first is a cross-border payment solution enabling mobile wallets, mobile banking apps to be used around the world for people buying things online and buying things offline when they travel abroad. And this is really unique because we're actually inclusive of all different forms of digital payment, not just the forms that we've seen in today's world. Our second business is Antom, our merchant solution business. And this serves both enterprise merchants as well as all the way down to SMEs with ways that they can connect to many more payment channels than merchants have historically been able to. Indeed, over 150 payment channels are connected through Antom to these merchants that want to reach the customers across the world. Our third business is World First. This is a company we bought back in 2016, and it's become a very robust part of the Ant International family. World First basically enables small businesses to collect money from around the world when they sell online, and then to transfer money when they are serving their suppliers and things like that. So really a B2B payment solution. And then finally, we have a suite of technology and finance solutions that can be used by all different players to power their company, from payment tech to credit tech and these types of solutions. And then different financing solutions like Better, which is our SME financing solution in Southeast Asia doing embedded finance. So that gives you a snapshot of the breadth of things we're doing to really enable everyone across digital commerce.
Although with the steady marked progress, there are, of course, hurdles to overcome. So can you talk us through some of the gaps and challenges currently in the cross-border commerce industry that you've observed so far?
Sure. Well, there's enormous opportunity, but there are huge gaps out there. I guess I'd just divide it into two things. First, talking about individuals and then businesses. First, on the individual side, people today are using digital payment and mobile wallets all over the world. Indeed, we've been fortunate to invest in a number of companies that have built really great digital wallets within their local country. And people are using them every day for their daily purchases, for buying things online, for doing their savings and other products. But when they go abroad, they can't use it.
Right.
It's not accepted. And so Alipay Plus is what we've done to solve that. But it's a big pain point for individuals. On the same side, merchants have wanted to expand their footprint of customers beyond their simple domestic solutions. They want to reach people online who can enjoy their product or their services, and they want to serve the tourists who are coming to their local market. But how can you do that? Especially the small merchant. They can't invest in all the technology and the capability they need to reach this much broader customer base. And so this is like a big problem for how people are trying to enable themselves for digital commerce, but face some real hurdles.
You've really specifically clarified what the problems are. What are the solutions then? How is Ant International addressing these challenges?
Sure. Well, again, on the individual side first, what we've done is work with a lot of different partners around the world to create a cross-border payment solution for individuals so they can use their home e-wallet everywhere they want around the world. They can use it online. They can use it when they travel to another country. And it's the convenience of their home app. They're secure, they're comfortable with the security of it and the safety of it. They have their own funding channels in it. And now they can use it in other countries around the world through Alipay Plus. And so Alipay Plus today serves 1.6 billion customers, individual customers, through 30 different mobile wallets and banking apps. And they can transact in over 60 countries around the world. So that's kind of solving the problem for the individual customer. For the business, we're working to provide them with the tools to enable commerce as well. And so for businesses, they need to do two main things. One is accept more forms of digital payment. And so we're enabling that through all these individual wallets that we're connecting to them. But they want to go beyond that today. They want to be able to market to these customers and show them what they can do. What are the products and services that they offer that are differentiated? And maybe they even want to offer a coupon or a promotion to that customer real time, perhaps using LBS when they come near their store. And so we're enabling merchants to have these digital tools to reach that customer base with a much better solution. So really trying to solve the problem for the individuals and solve the problem for the merchants so that the digitally enabled world is much more seamless.
We've got both sides pretty well covered there, but dare I ask, how else are you guys innovating across all your different businesses?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Those things I just talked about are the outlines of what we do. But to actually make it work, you have to embed a lot more thought and a lot more innovation to really make these things work. So first, make things simple. So we have to think about the user journey. When someone picks up their app, it can't be too complicated. You can't have hundreds of things and they get confused. They don't know what to do. You need to have a very kind of clear thought path of what is the user journey, what things they need first, what things they need second, what things they need third. Secondly, you need to think about the user interface and making the user interface intuitive and easily understandable. Because if people don't have that, then they'll just toss away their app. So simplicity is one of the key things that we really have to focus on to make it better. Secondly, and this is not a surprise, but cost. So for businesses, when they have to invest in like all sorts of digitalization tools and new forms of payment, they focus first on how much it's going to cost me because I can't afford to do too much. So we focus relentlessly week after week on how to make our services less expensive and affordable so that they can be used by the many, not the few. And this is a real continuous journey of innovation where you have to ask the questions, reiterate, come back with a better solution. So simplicity, low cost, sounds basic. They're actually hard to implement, but we're working on it.
I mean, we'd love to get some examples of the technologies you're using to really leverage to create those solutions. What are some examples in real life that you can list for us?
Sure. Well, this goes really to kind of the technology realm. So first, let's talk about enterprise merchant. They want to move money. They want to do it efficiently. What we've done is create different kind of AI-driven solutions and tokenized solutions to enable them to do that. And that's a lot about what people are here at Sibos are talking about. And so AI-driven solutions, for example, for foreign exchange, because we have such a big flow of money around the world, we can anticipate where foreign exchange is needed through the AI tools of today. And then that enables you to move the money earlier, faster, and anticipate how things can really work. And then through tokenized solutions, even on different platforms, we can enable one platform to talk to another platform. And with a tokenized solution, money can move almost instantaneously, where before it took days to go from one institution to another institution. And with the kind of advent of AI and tokenized solutions, it can move much faster. We're also using technology such as privacy-preserving computing. Sounds like a big term. What does that actually mean? It means that an individual user's data will be protected and encrypted so that when one platform wants to talk to another one, they're not sharing the actual underlying data. It's protected and encrypted. And therefore, the solution can work much more seamlessly, and everyone is much more comfortable with the way that it works through this privacy-preserving technology. So these kind of things, AI, tokenization, privacy-preserving computing, are the tools that we're using to power these innovative tools.
So you can imagine AI, tokenization playing a big role in the future. But what does the future of finance actually look like to you from where you're sat now?
Well, it's a big question. What does it all look like? I think a couple of things that we look at. First, I think that you're going to continue to see real innovation driven through partnership. No individual company can innovate on their own.
Mm.
And at Ant International, we work with our partners, be they merchants, other payment providers, or governments. All of them have different ideas of the way that the world of digitization should evolve. And so we try to learn from them, to bounce ideas off of them, and to co-innovate with them to do things in a better way. And that's what I think this kind of partnership-driven innovation is the way that we're going to see the future evolve. The second thing is, and perhaps most importantly, inclusion. And this is the foundation of Ant International as a company. We want to serve everyone and every business so that they can participate. And that inclusion is still has a long way to go. Digitization has enabled many companies around Asia and the world, but there's still millions of businesses and hundreds of millions of people who don't have the tools that they should have. Mm-hmm. And so we see a future where that's central to the way the world is evolving, and we have a much more inclusive and engaged world for the future of digitization.
Inclusion and collaboration, that is the true interoperability, isn't it?
That is, exactly.
There
Yes,
you go.
Definitely.
Doug Feagin, president of Ant International, thank you so much for joining us today on the last day of Sibos.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Great to have you here.